Hello, how are you? This is JilliBling. Today's project I saw on Pinterest from stampsandlingers.com, and Mary, she made a card just like this. I love it. I love the colors. I love how beautiful it is. When making it, I love how easy it is to put together. So she had the irregular trim in the background, but my trim, I have a roll of it somewhere, it's being busy. So I have an alternate. This is from last year Christmas. But isn't that pretty? And it goes together so easy. This would be a perfect Christmas card to make. So we'll be using Branching Out Bundle, Wishing You Joy. And what's interesting about this, they did this on one other set where it's Wishing You Joy. It's like, wait a minute, those are the same words. Those are the same words, but it's all in a different font in different size. And I love that. So today I want to use this one, Wishing You Joy. And then on the inside, May Your Christmas Be Bright. Branching out dies and texture notes for this word label. Okay, so I made sure to give Mary credit for this beautiful project. And we will be using iridescent pearls. Here are the papers. That's all you need. This designer paper, the Secret C, is from Traditions of Christmas 12 by 12 paper. Okay, let's go. So thinking about these trees, I think it's pine because there's a pine cone. On the internet, everyone that's making cards, they have the branches going from down below, going upward, like this. But I just started thinking, well, we have plenty of trees and pine cones out in the yard. I have to clean them up so the lawnmower doesn't hit them. But it's like, why do I think that they're hanging down? And I think that's like a fir tree. I think it's something a little bit different. Oh, all the paper cut sizes are in the video description. So I went out, well, first of all, I looked on Google and I just searched pine limb, pine cone photos, and see how these are kind of going across. These are kind of hanging downward. Those are hanging downward. That's going across. This one is poking upward. This one is poking upward. So I don't think that there's any wrong. Like this one, you could tell that the branch is going across and the pine cone is hanging down. And notice how they're usually in multiples of 2. So that kind of shaped what direction I went with this card. And I think on today's project, I'm going to have the branches facing, like coming from the tree facing down. And that's only because, and I think this is a fir tree. This is the front yard. This is the porch. But see how the branches are all kind of coming down? So this one I might have it where they're coming across or coming down. Just because, you know. And I pulled out from Textured Notes this die, which I think it perfectly fits this. It might be a little bit too wide, but I like how it spans across the front, the focal point. Or you could just hand cut it, and I think that would be nice. It would show more of the ribbon, and that would be nice. And I like this little saying. These words are nice. From our family to yours. So we won't be using that today, but we'll be using these two from Textured or from Branching Out. The Branching Out dies are wonderful. It's a whole bunch of nested, this shape, rectangle dies. So I'll cut out these 2 papers using the dies. Okay. They're right here. And that's all that there is to cut out. One thing with these dies though is because it cuts on the edge and then it does stitching on the inside, if you're not careful when you remove the paper from the die, it will separate. These are okay. This one here, I put glue underneath it to attach it, but see how it's separated a little bit? And this one down at the bottom, it did the same thing. But I was just too anxious to get started with the project. But if you're careful, you'll be fine. Okay, so let's work on stamping. So stamping, I'll start with the branch. These branches I'm going to do just a little bit different. And it's a big old branch. This right here is this one. Look how big that is. You could do some with berries on it. It's a fun set. Okay, so these I'm going to have going across. Do one there. And I'm placing it so that you could still see the pine needles, the shaded spruce, when I put that on. I'll do another one here. And the sample card, I was trying to leave some white space. And this one, I think I'm just going to fill it up with pine cones and shaded spruce pine needles. So the stamp set is interesting, wonderful. It comes with 2 groupings, trios of pine needles, and then it comes with a single. Trying to line these up, eventually you're going to put pine cones everywhere. If you study this one, you'll be like, you didn't get that very well attached. For instance, this shaded spruce, it's not attached to any branch, and I just filled it in with pine cones. It's like, oh, it's fine. It's a very forgiving stamp set. Like this one, the pine needles, they're just kind of floating out in the middle of nowhere, but it still works. So I guess unless you do each of your shaded spruce pine needles as individuals, I think it just might happen. So don't be critical when you see, yeah, you didn't line those up very good. But you could do that with this stamp set. I don't know where they go. I'm just gonna go there, just because I want some there. And they don't line up hardly at all. Maybe some green over here. Oh, I should use the other one. Oh, I'll use it on the inside. Oh, the inside of the card, I went a little crazy, where I did a lot of Stampin' and didn't leave much room for writing. Do I really need more on there? Probably not. There. Okay, and then pine cones. And just like the pictures, I'm going to do it in groupings of 2. There's 2 different pine cones. They're very similar. Same but different. Oh, and these words are really nice. I like the hello. Happiest birthday wishes. How many times do you have a birthday in like the winter months and you need something appropriate because you don't want to do spring flowers? This would be perfect for a birthday. Wishing you a day filled with many happy moments. That's great. To a very special person. It's a very nice little bundle. Okay, so groupings of 2. I'm just going to do a whole bunch with this pine cone, and then I'll pick up the other pine cone and do some with that. Just because it's so similar, I don't know that it matters. Usually the pine cones are facing upward, huh? Okay. This one just so I could say I used it. That one's just on its way to falling. Yeah. Okay, that's good. We still could do more playing on the inside. Okay, so I'm just going to attach this. I refilled my glue yesterday and it works so good. Isn't that pretty? I love these dies. And I'm just going to set this off to the side with some weight on it. Maybe this one. Okay, let's work on the inside. So the inside, I'm going to do those words. Those are real pretty. Wishing you, wishing you joy on the outside. So may your Christmas be bright on the inside. That's right here. So I'll do a few branches, probably not as crazy as I did the front, not as much. Oh, I'm using that as a weight. Okay. Well, it could be done here. There's a little bit of weight. Okay, so these branches are going to come from the side. See, that could be spooky too. Maybe a little bit here. Okay. And shaded spruce. Gonna try not to do too much, because on the sample I did a lot. It's like there's no room to write. Okay, where's that single one? Okay, I got a little crazy. So then I'm going to put on the words and then pine cones. Where are those pretty words? Right here. May your Christmas be bright. And I'll put it over here off to the side a little bit. Because if I put it right in the middle, there'd be no room to write. Oh, that's so pretty. Look how pretty that is. And Secret C. I love that font. Okay, and then pine cones. And pine cones seem to face upward. In pairs of 2. That's just like a plain old branch. There's no little nubby things on it. Okay, where's that other one? Well, this pine cone is going to be on its way to falling. So I had to clean it. I'm getting carried away again. Okay, just leave it. Leave it. Okay. So the inside, it's done. Isn't that pretty? I think the combination of colors, Pecan Pie, Shaded Spruce, Secret Sea, are a beautiful, handsome color combo. I can use my tape runner, my Stampin' seal. Look how pretty that paper. Ooh, that's pretty. That could be a whole nother card. You just had to put a word label over that. It's so hard to cover up, put down any gold gilded paper. It's hard because it's just so pretty. Oh, okay, that looks good too though. So these are just going down flat because the, okay, this one I have it on dimensionals, this piece. I'll put the die cut label pieces on dimensionals. Pretty, pretty, pretty. So today is class. I'm still sick, so I'm gonna go set up. Make sure to sanitize my hands all the time, and then just leave everything there all set up. Tony's like, can they do it? I'm like, oh yeah, they could do it. They're just fine, stampers. I said I don't want to ruin their day just because I'm not feeling good. Okay, so here it is. Looking at that, it's like, that's kind of a mess. Which way is up? Which way is down? I'm looking at the pine cones because I was trying to get most of the pine cones going upward. Okay, so for the words, let's do the words. Words I'll do on this paper. I'll get my little pad. And I'll do them in Secret Sea. It's a brand new set, brand new stamp. I'm going to do it a little bit low, just in case I need to trim it. Oh, that's so pretty. I don't know why it surprises me every time. Look how nice that is. Maybe I'll trim a little off the top. I'm going to do these at a bit of an angle. Okay, so it goes here, and that right there is cute, but when you put the ribbon behind it, ooh, a new spool. When you put the ribbon behind it, it makes all the difference. And you know the iridescent faceted gems, the iridescent pearls, they lean more toward the cooler colors, and this is warmer. They lean more towards silvers and blues and greens, and this is, maybe I'll do it like ziggle-zaggle this way. That's kind of pretty, because this one is ziggle-zaggle the other way. Okay, so to do that, oh, so the iridescent pearls, I think they're a little bit more in the blue-green color, but somehow it seems to work just fine. Mixing it with gold colors, I think it does. putting this on. I hope it works. It does, I think so. Just a little different. The adhesive kind of running over the edges a little bit. I think I'll do it right here, then right here. And if the adhesive shows beyond the word label, I'll just take my embossing buddy and kind of dry up the adhesive. I think it's going to be fine. So this will go on with, I could use that, plenty of dimensionals, because we have to get it to stick even though there's that ribbon right there. It has to stick through the ribbon. Okay. I knew I should have put a little one on. Okay, so that's gonna go right there. Oh, isn't that pretty? I've always liked navy in just about any color. There's a little bit, see right here, how it's just sticking a little bit? And with that Stampin' seal, it's almost impossible to kind of roll it to get it, that's better. Because some of the adhesives, if you just rub over the top of it, it makes the adhesive curl up and go away. Not this stuff. This stuff is sticky. Okay, iridescent pearls. There was one other project I said, oh, this is going to be my Christmas card, but you know what? I think this one right here might be. Oh, I know which one it is. It's using the same paper, and it has that beautiful bouquet. That one did go together really quick, and it's very nice. How about right? Oh, some of them need to be a little together. Right there. Okay, and that's it for today's project. What do you think? Is that like all-time record, fast, quick, but still so beautiful? May your Christmas be bright. Then I could put a picture of Warren right there. Okay, that is it for today's project. Looking at them, I do think I like with a little bit of white space, but I still like both of them. Okay, thanks for watching. Have a great day.